Hi guys. Normally the camera's turned around so you actually get to see my face this time. I want to take a few minutes and talk to you about next week, how the actual virtual program will be in full swing and what will look a little different. First off, let's start with reading and math. You guys have been doing really good, getting your check marks, making sure you spent some time in each part, and that's going pretty smooth. This week you had an assess it in lesson 7 and lesson 10 in math. Some of you still haven't posted in that. Excuse me, let me explain a little bit. You will go into lesson 7 in math, and at this time, if you haven't posted, there'll be an F there, but there'll be like a little refresh button next to it. That refresh means to retry. So just click on the lesson, go back into it, read the directions, put your answer in the submission box down at the bottom of the page. When you're happy with it, just hit submit and it comes to me to be graded, and that F will change. You'll start seeing a lot more submission boxes in reading and math. Assignments will be posted that way. You will see reading that way as well next week. So I know this is a lot of information, but let me just kind of recap. In math, this current week on lesson 7 and 10, there was an assignment that needed to be posted in the submission box for a grade. I need you, if you have not, to get that posted as soon as possible. Next week, you will see more submission boxes for reading and math. Now, next week, you continue doing reading the math the exact same way. Go in, do one lesson a day. For example, Monday will be lesson 11 in reading and math. New things that you'll see, and you probably already see them kind of pushing through, uploading on your PLP, is you will see cursive writing on there. Miss Stone is doing cursive writing, so that's not my thing, but there will be lessons on there. Right now, I think it says like lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not exactly positive yet, but you should only have to work on it one day a week. I'll get you some more information on that. In your Clever, when you log in before clicking on PLP, you will see that you have a page that's Miss Willis's page. She's going to be working on giving you directions to do keyboarding each week. Again, this is a one-time thing a week. You don't have to do it every day, but you do need to make sure you do it. When you click on Miss Willis's page, she's going to give you a link to add to a Google Classroom. Now let's talk about that for a minute. On your teacher page, on Clever, let me back up, on Clever, on your page, at the bottom where you click on PLP, you'll see Google Classrooms on there. If you click that and you hit the little plus sign, it'll say add to a class or join to a class. That is where you will hit the plus sign and add Miss Willis's code that she posts on her Clever page. I know that sounds like a lot of information, so if you have trouble, reach out to me, reach out to Miss Willis, we'll get you added. Again, remember to use that Clever Messenger to type us messages. It's like texting. In PLP, you can send messages back and forth as well. Feel free to use those if you're having trouble. What else is new next week? So you'll see some cursive in PLP. You'll see keyboarding with Miss Willis on your Clever page. That definitely needs to be done. You'll still have your reading and your math. And the next thing you'll see in PLP is social studies. Let me take just a minute to talk to you about social studies and science. We are going to do, our focus is to do 1 week social studies, 1 week science, and that's how we have it set up. So currently, next week, you will see social studies. There will be a small lesson each day. These are not as in-depth as your reading and math. A lot of them are reading, just read it and watch it. So you'll just follow those for each day for social studies, okay? Now, after next week, you'll see science. And then that'll be a week of science. So that week you won't have to do social studies. And then it'll alternate back. So just to recap, to help everybody out. I know this sounds like a lot, but it really shouldn't be when you get in there and you start following all the things. Reading, math, you're doing it already. You're doing great. Keep going. Just know that you will have submission boxes and assignments that must be posted. These are grades, okay? So you get those 2 things that you've been doing. You've already been working on iReady. As always, you still have to do iReady every week. Don't worry about the time. I know we had started and said 45 minutes. Scratch that. Don't worry about the time. Just get a lesson passed in reading and a lesson passed in math on iReady each week, okay? So reading, math, PLP, reading, math, iReady. Social studies next week, one small lesson a day. If you have a free evening and you want to get caught up on several, do several and get ahead. That's totally fine as well. So reading, math, PLP, reading, math, I ready, just a lesson. Some of you may be able to do that in 10 minutes, less, maybe a few more minutes. It's not that long. Social studies on PLP. Cursive writing is the one that I will be pushing out some more information because I don't have all the details from Miss Stone. But you should only have to do a lesson a week, or you'll work on it one day a week. It may be a couple small lessons on one day. Either way, they're super short, okay? They're not long, super short lessons. And then keyboarding with Miss Willis, we'll go through your Clever page and you'll click on her little teacher page. Like on your Clever page, you see my face. That's my teacher page. You'll have one with Miss Willis. I don't know that she's added a picture yet, but it'll definitely say her name. That's where your directions will come for keyboarding. And that's full swing. That's as much as you're going to see. We're not going to add any more to it that I'm aware of. But right now, that's as much as that you're going to have. So I know I've repeated myself a bunch of times. I'm just trying to make sure that you guys understand this. One last time. PLP reading and math. You're doing it. Make sure you post your assessments. They'll either be a show it or a practice it or even an assess it. Not all of them, but if they have a submission box, then you need to be typing something in and submitting it for a grade. Reading, math, PLP. Reading, math, I ready. That's just one lesson a week. Go in there and pass your one lesson a week and be done with it. Social studies, one small lesson a day. They're not very long. Most of them are just videos and read it activities just to get you a good foundation of some basic social studies areas that we will do when we come back to school. Keyboarding's done with Miss Willis on your Clever page, and cursive writing is on PLP, and that's Miss Stone. That's the one area that I don't know all the information on yet, but I know that it's super short. They're not, even the lessons that are on there are minutes, very short minutes. It won't take a lot of time. If you have any questions, as always, parents feel free to message me on Remind, text me. I'll get those at all hours of the day. Kiddos, make sure that you message me on Clever. You can message me on Clever. You can definitely join our team meets that are on Tuesday and Thursday. The link's on there on my page at 10 and 2 both days. You can ask me questions. That's why we're doing them. We're keeping them open. Jump on there. Tell me if you're doing okay. Tell me if you're excited about something or if you like learning about a concept. It's definitely just our time to chat and help you guys out. And you give us feedback if the program's having any troubles. We're still working on the videos buffering. I know that not all kids, but some kids are having trouble with videos. We're working on it, I promise you. And you also can message me on PLP in the message area. Keep working hard, guys. I'm here for you. Bye.